So coming into the second week of August, let's see what to expect on GU, EU and gold. So we'll look at EU first, and you can see that we had this swing breakout structure over here. After that, price came and mitigated this daily supply over here. Currently we are in this daily supply. So what I expect is, if we draw a fib to see the EQs of this swing structure, you can see we still haven't come into the EQs. What I am expecting that EU could come and sweep these highs over here, this highs over here, and which would also align with price coming into the EQs of this swing leg over here. And then from here we can look for short to take out these low. So looking at the daily time frame, this is what I'm seeing, that we can still look for longs to take price into the EQ levels, unless and until this daily demand fail, or the daily fresh demands that are created during this push, unless and until they fail, I'm still interested in looking for longs to take price to the upside. So this is my idea on EU looking at the daily time frame. So let's see this on the H4. So on the H4, this is my swing breakout structure. After that we have this internal breakout structure over here. Now we got a recent internal breakout structure and price has mitigated this daily supply. Now if this daily supply holds, we can expect price to come lower. But since our idea is to take price into the EQs, looking at the daily time frame, I'm still interested in looking for longs. So how would I be interested in looking for longs is when this price come into this H4 demand. Since there is liquidity, maybe price could sweep these lows. This is the NFP candle over here. Maybe price could come and sweep these lows. We'll get a good change of character. We can follow that momentum from the fresh demand to take out these highs, or even push price deeper into this daily supply. So from the H4 perspective, this is what I'm seeing. And if this daily supply is holding, when we get a lower high, lower low formation, I'm willing to follow the fresh supplies to take price down if this daily supply is holding. So unless and until the demands fail, I'm not interested in looking for short. I'm still interested in looking for longs as long as the demand hold. So you can see if we draw a fib, we haven't come into the EQ levels yet. So maybe price could come into the EQ level, sweep these low, we'll get a change of character from where we can look for longs to take price up. So on the H4, this is what I'm seeing. So now let's see on the H1. So looking at the recent price action on the H1, after this breakout structure, we can see price mitigated this daily supply. Now I expect short-term sells maybe into this H4 demand. Sweep these lows if they want to. They can even sweep these lows, which also aligns with the previous day low. So maybe if they want, they can come and sweep this. Then we'll get a change of character from where we can look for longs to take price up. We have liquidity over here. So be cautious that maybe price could come, sweep these liquidities, and then only it could make the move to the upside. So shorts for me, maybe if we see a lower high, lower low formation, then I'm willing to follow the order flow. But for now, right now, still want to continue on longs with this internal bullish structure, and I want to follow this momentum to the upside. So on EU, this is what I'm thinking. Let's see on GU. So on GU, looking at the daily time frame, you can see we have the swing breakout structure over here. After that, after the internal structure was bearish, came down, swept these lows. Now we have a bullish internal breakout structure to the upside. After that, price came down into the EQs. This daily demand is still holding, pushing price to the upside. Now what I expect is that we have the structure over here, pullback. Now I want to see a structure like this forming over here to form a new swing structure. So we can still look for longs. My first step to look for long is to take out this high, and I would still be interested in looking for longs from the demand as long as the demand is holding, to continue to take price and sweep these highs, or even push price to break the high so that we get another internal breakout structure to the upside. So from the daily time frame, this is what I am seeing. Maybe if price wants to give a short-term pullback, we could see price coming into the EQ of this leg over here to sweep these lows, and then we could expect a move. But still I'm focusing on this demand over here. Maybe we could see price coming here and then continue with the bullish momentum to the upside. We don't have to always pull back, but if it is pulling back, that is better. But currently I would like to focus on the recent demand. So right now we swept these lows and we are reacting from here. So this is what my plan is on the daily time frame. Still looking for longs to take out this high. So let's see on the H4. So on the H4, you can see this is my swing breakout structure. After that, we had the internal bearish breakout structure to mitigate this daily demand. Then we got the internal breakout structure to the upside. So price is still consolidating over here in this area. Now we got this NFP candle push over here, swept the highs. I expect short-term sells into this H4 demand. From here, if this H4 demand is holding, we'll get a change of character to take price to the upside. Since this was the news candle, maybe we could even sweep these lows, sweep this liquidity, and then we could make the move to the upside. Maybe a sweep of these lows, maybe a sweep of these two lows, and then we can push price to the upside. So if this H4 demand is holding after a change of character, I'm willing to follow from the fresh demand to take price up. So price could still come here, but right now I'm focusing on the recent demand over here. If it comes over here, I'm willing to follow from this H4 demand after a change of character. But my idea still remain same, looking for longs to take out these highs. So I'm still not looking for shorts, only looking for longs to take out the high. So now let's see on the H1. So on the H1, looking at the recent price action, after mitigation of this H4 demand, price pushed up, swept these highs over here. Now we could have short-term sells into this H4 demand. If this H4 demand is holding, we'll get a change of character. From the fresh demand, we can look for longs, take price to the upside. Or if they want to sweep these lows, we can first wait for the sweep and then we'll get a change of character. Then we can look for longs from the fresh demand. So not only this low, it could also sweep these lows, because I feel like this is also a liquidity that they could also come sweep. Then we'll get a good flush of these lows, and then we can look for a good change of character from where we can look for longs to take price to the upside. So I'm still aligning with longs because I want to take out these highs over here. I'm not focusing on shorts right now, still looking for longs to take price to the upside. So on GU, this is what I'm seeing, that I'm still looking for longs. So now let's quickly take a look at gold. So gold, looking at the recent price action, this is my swing breakout structure over here. After that, this was the internal breakout structure, and after a lot of consolidation, you can see price came back into this daily supply. So since we are in this daily supply, maybe price could continue with the bearish momentum from here to go to the downside. But I feel like since price already came till here, it doesn't take much to sweep this high over here. So I feel like we can still look for longs to sweep these highs, push price into this daily supply, and then we can continue looking for shorts after a good change of character. So here also, if we draw a fib to the highs, you can see we haven't still reached the EQs of this leg over here. So maybe if price wants to push to the upside, we can see it coming into this daily supply, but we have a supply over here, even into this supply, and then continue with the bearish momentum to the downside. So right now I still feel like these highs could be taken out. We can still look for longs, pushing price into the daily supply, and then look for shorts. So if this daily supply is holding, maybe after a change of character, I would be interested in looking for shorts to take price down, thinking that this daily supply is holding and it's pushing price to the downside. So we also have liquidity over here. So first I'll be looking for longs from this daily demand, expecting price to push to the upside to take out these highs and push price into this daily supply. So let's see on the H4. So on the H4, so we got a swing breakup structure over here. The internal breakup structure shifted bullish. We came into the extreme supply of this H4. Now from this extreme H4 supply, what I could see is maybe we'll have short-term sell into this H4 demand, maybe even sweep these lows, and then if we get a change of character, we can follow from the fresh demand to take price up into this daily supply, which will also align with sweeping these highs, and then from this daily supply we can look for shorts. So right now on gold also, I'm looking for longs from the fresh H4 demand. Since price already came till here, I'm still expecting that we could take out these highs and we can look for longs. So let's see on the H1. So on the H1 also, the idea remains the same. We got a breakup structure over here. After that, we could have short-term pullback into the EQ level, also aligning with mitigating this H4 demand. And then from here, if we get a change of character, we can follow the fresh H1 demand until we take out these high over here. So these highs are still my first target, and then I will still be looking for longs push price into the daily supply. So as long as the demands are holding, the daily demand, the H4 demands are holding, I would be interested in looking for longs. So only after a shift over here, a major shift, price breaks below, I'm willing to take shorts from the fresh supply, thinking that this daily supply, this H4 supply is holding, and we can expect price to fall down from the fresh H4 supply. So this is my plan going into gold this week, still looking for long. So on GU, EU and gold, I'm still looking for longs. As long as the demands are holding, I'm interested in looking for longs. So going into the second week of August, this is what I'm thinking on GU, EU and gold. So if you'd like to see more daily market analysis like this, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned.